Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2016 Tucson dual clutch. Um, so what we're gonna be doing right now is we're gonna replacing the actuator because the history of this vehicle, the car came and towed in, the car won't move. So we replaced the dual clutch assembly, and now the car moves, but there's a fault code for a add gears not shifting or something like that. There's a check engine light. I forgot to show you the code for it. We're gonna check it after the repairs. So why we end up with the actuator, because we actuate both add and even actuator. The even is moving, we can hear it, but the add doesn't do anything at all, right? And there's only one connection on that one big connector. So today the part came in, we're gonna be replacing that. I just removed our battery because it was low, and we're gonna remove it too because we have to access the top part of the transmission. So just have to remove our computer. So a bunch of 10mm here that holds the computer bracket. Let's just put that aside. I'm just gonna remove this connector here, because that's connected to our battery tray. So I think, if I remember correctly, we just have to remove one starter bolt. I think that's gonna be the bottom one of the starter. We're gonna remove it so that we can install our clutch depressor. I'm gonna show you that after we finish here on top. So I'm just removing this clip here. Okay, so now what we're gonna doing is we're just gonna remove what's connected to the actuator. So there's 12mm at the corner of the actuator. We have to remove that. We're gonna remove it from the top because there's no access to the bottom. So there's one here. Oh. And then we're gonna remove our connector here. You know what, let me just remove these guys here. The inhibitor switch is for our gear. This guy here, the blue one, that's the connection for our actuator. Okay, and then the harness, there's a bracket for it. Just remove the 12mm. Okay, so I think that's about it on the top. So now we're gonna lift up the vehicle and remove the stuff from the bottom. Okay, so I remove our undercover. Sorry, that's the best thing I can do for you for the angle. So next is we're gonna remove our vacuum pump here, because that's on our way to our starter bolt, right? So there's gonna be another hose that's attached to the vacuum pump. You have to remove that. out now, and there's gonna be two 10mm bolts that's holding to the bracket for the vacuum pump. So we're just gonna remove that. Okay, next will be we're gonna remove our bracket. So just remove the clips that's attached to the bracket. We're gonna remove that. Okay, and there's gonna be two 12mm bolts that holds the bracket. I'm just gonna remove this harness here. Now we're gonna remove our bracket. Just removing the clips and that. So that's our bracket there. So next is we're gonna remove the cover here for our actuator. That's a 10mm. Next is we're gonna remove one starter bolt, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove this starter bolt here. Okay, so one starter bolt. Now let me grab the special tool that goes in here to push these forks for the clutch. Okay, here's our tool. Right, there's the special tool from Hyundai. Just gonna go in there and try to use the other hole to the transmission side. Line that up. I think I have to remove one bolt here from the transmission. Okay, now we're gonna compress these forks so that it will release the tension on the rods in the actuator. Okay, now next is we're gonna remove this ground cable here that's attached to the actuator, and we're gonna remove the rest of the 5 bolts that's holding the actuator. And the last one will be in the middle one, right? What? Come on, man. Just gonna remove this last one here.
Hey, you want me to put it on?
Yeah, just leave it there, man. Okay, so that's out. Now we should be able to remove this guy here. Actuator is out. And then I'm just gonna double check our new one. Okay, so here's our adjuster tool. We'll just double check our new actuator if it's on the right adjustment. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in. Just in case if you don't have this tool, I think I made a video just in case if you need to adjust your actuator. So we're gonna be adjusting this to 68.5 to 69. So it came with around 72. So it's around there. I know the service information will say 72, but I did that, follow the service information, and it doesn't work. So I called Tacline and they told me to use 68 to 69. So we'll be using that. There's gonna be dust covered plug here. That's where our adjustment will be done. So we're just decreasing right now the length of this rod. So you just have to look for that wheel. Okay, I can see the wheel. I don't know why it's not going down all the way down. Okay, there you go. And on the actuator itself there will be an arrow sign if it's minus or plus, if you want to increase the length of the rod. Same thing on the other side. And then we're gonna double check it again. So right now I'm at 68.5. So our rod, the other rod is good. This rod, this one at 69. So I'm gonna do one more adjustment for this. So I'm just playing around with that until you will see that star wheel where to adjust that rod.
So it's supposed to be on the road for free. But we didn't get to Saturday until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We didn't get the Saturday.
So right now I'm at 68.5, so that's good. So we're done with our adjustment. Just put back your cover. Okay, so that's done. And now we'll go back to the under the vehicle and let's install this new actuator. Okay, so just have to line this up to our dowel pins. good. Now we're just gonna put our bolts. If possible, the first bolt that we took out, at least if you can just reach it, right? Let's see if we can do that. No, can't reach it. Because at least, you know, you can start the thread on it. But anyway, as long as this line up, I think this one last bolt will go in nicely there. So we just have to tighten this bolt. Okay. Now we just have to release our actuator here. And then we're just gonna remove this guy. Okay. Put our bolts back for the starter and one for the transmission. So our dust cover, let's install this. Don't forget your ground. we're gonna install our vacuum pump bracket. Now we're gonna install our vacuum pump itself. The connector and your hose. Okay, so I think we're done on this part here. We're gonna lower our car again and do the top side. Okay, so don't forget your 1 bolt there. Oh man. Okay. Your connections, right? So you got one bolt for your bracket. So we're just doing whatever we did earlier. Plug in inhibitor switch, and I think that's for the shifter. Okay, so I think all our connections are good now. Just have to put our battery tray. got your connections here at the corner, and our computer.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Hey, you got the fucking 270 little bitch.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab our battery. Okay. Your work?
Yeah, low compression all three.
Anong sasakyan?
Nissan Rogue 2023. 18,000 kilometers.
2023 eh?
Salamat.
Okay. So that's done. We're gonna go inside the car. Let me grab our scan tool and we'll do our DCT live. Okay, first we're gonna go to our DTC first. I just wanna see what code does it have before, if it went stored in the history. As we remove our battery. Okay, good. So our code will be P090178 clutch 1 system reference position failure. That was our code. Let's erase that and then let's go back. So we're using our factory scan tool right now, and then we're gonna go to our transmission system and we're gonna click our DCT learning function. Press OK. So ignition on, engine off, brake pedal on. Let's just press OK. I don't know if you can guys hear that right now. That actuator is moving, right? The last time we did this, I don't hear any movement at all in the engine compartment area. I think this is gonna be good. So let's just wait until it shows for the next step. Okay, so our first step was the ignition on. The actuator is trying to move it around. I'm just making sure. The last time we did that, it just failed right away, and we got that code for the clutch 1 reference failure point. So now what we're gonna do is idle the engine. So right now we're more than 1000 RPM there. So let's just wait until it idles normally, and then we're gonna proceed on this step. Okay, so we're around 800 RPM, so that's good. So we're gonna proceed with this step here. Just press OK. Now the actuator is trying to move that again. Okay, so it says test completed. Ignition off for 30 seconds. So I guess that's 30 seconds. Ignition on. Press OK. Okay, that's it. Done. Let's just double check our DTC. We should not expect any codes there. Okay, that's good. So let's start the car. Earlier when I got this car, during reverse, it doesn't move until it went to limp hump mode, and I think it's using the even clutch to move the car. So now it's moving. That's good. How about first? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video on replacing that clutch actuator. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, let me know. And thank you again for watching. See you next time.